Okay, getting ourselves set up here. I mean, it sounds fine. I just wonder if it sounds a little distant. Alright, let's try this out. Gotta make some adjustments to the audio so I don't sound too quiet. I wonder if it's just me. I wonder if I'm just being too quiet. I'll just try not to mumble. I don't want to turn it so loud that it becomes a little too much. Alright, let's go with that. And if I become too overpowering, then, well, so be it. But enough dilly-dally. We're back. We officially returned after a bit of a ways away. I took a small amount of time off because I was busy moving rooms. And a bunch of other stuff happened. Things have been getting busy at work, so that took some time away. Normally I would have devoted some time to like more evening shifts, which obviously we're doing it now. I'm doing it a bit later than I normally do. Normally I have it like around noonish, which I don't think was working out super duper well. Not that it wasn't, you know, a decent enough time for me, but I don't know. I'm curious to see if evening streams do better than noon, the more noonish streams. So, but enough really dilly-dally in that regard. We are here. We are back. We're back in the game. Did a small recap. Last time I was here, I managed to charge all the way through Lower Undead Burg, down to the depths, and all the way down to Blighttown, which I dropped all the way down to the bottom of that and made it all the way down and fought Chaos Witch Quelagg, took her out, and now we're here. We are here at the gates of Sens Fortress. Well, we're a bit of a ways from the gate, but there it is. I mean, it's right there. Now, I don't know how much progress I'm gonna be making in this particular stream. I would say I could just make it all the way down to all the way up to Anor Londo. But I'm not sure if that's gonna happen this stream. Well, I might make it there. Okay, I'm only wondering about it somewhat because I might make a small detour to do other stuff. Because I've been using this halberd since fairly early on, and it's done a pretty solid job, but this is not the weapon I intend to end on. Trouble is, the weapon I am aiming for is a bit off the beaten path, so I'd have to do a bit of a detour just to get it. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if that will be what ends up happening this stream. It might be. Point is, I don't know how much I'm gonna get done in this particular stream. I'm hesitant to go on one of those like grinding streams where I go and grind materials, because I'm gonna need to get some materials for this. I've been able to upgrade this halberd to like +7 on just items I've found along the way. But that won't quite work out quite as well once I start shooting for the weapon I actually want to get, because I'm gonna need more material. I'm gonna need more upgrade materials for that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But at the very least, we can get started by entering Sens Fortress. Notice the plate right there. The rookie player would just step right on it and then die. I, however, am not a rookie. I know what that is, and I'm going to just step around it. Which, of course, is going to upset the snake people. Hey, what are you standing over there for? You're supposed to stand more to the center, please. Okay, that's better. How in the world did you block that from behind? That was a baffling move. Okay, well. Did you just stand there and let your buddy die? Well, I wouldn't say it was the correct option considering how this is going for you. Back in the day when I was more of a novice to this game, this is the place I would go to practice parrying. Mainly because these guys are like really easy to parry. And their health and the amount of damage that you do kind of incentivizes you to parry. Because these guys can be tricky. Excuse me. Of course, those guys are going to be at least my worries. Let's try not to get knocked off the ledge here, because that would hurt. Take my positioning correct here. Excuse me, sir. I would like to get past you. Don't know why I tried to parry that. You think I learned? Okay. Alright. Solid effort, but no dice. Alright. Don't want to linger on this bridge too much because someone is in a sniping mood. How does one throw lightning with their hands? Genuine question. Alright, now this part gets to it. This part kills a lot of people. Including me. I just want to make sure I time this correctly. And I think... Nope, I think they gave up. That might work to my advantage, actually. Let's go right around here. Nope, bad idea, bad idea. Ow. Man, thank goodness for boys. Ooh. Yeah, gravity ain't friendly, huh? Now, at first I was thinking I was just gonna keep going forward, but I'm actually gonna backtrack a little bit because the chances of me dying right here are pretty high, but it might be worth a shot. Tricky part is, can I get past this without getting myself killed? Those guys are not friendly. And I've only got 5 classes to deal with. Here's, oh look! We got a viewer. Sweet! Welcome, welcome. Guys, you can make it, whoever you are. You don't have to chat if you don't want to. Just glad to have you. We're currently well, I would say I'm currently storming Sens Fortress, but this may end up being more of a series of blunders, because I'm about to do something very stupid. But no sense dilly-dallying about it. Alright. Okay, try not to die here. Get this out of the way. Thank you, iframes. I don't know what you're shooting at, but you missed. Boom! And that is how it's done. That very well could have ended horribly. Look at that, I got a flamberge. I'm not gonna use it, but we got it. Alright, now the next part. I don't know if anyone recalls me taking down one of those guys earlier back nearby where Andre was. Well, now there's gonna be a bunch of them in this room. I think they're called Titanite demons. I don't know if I want to fight the one that's down here, because honestly, I'm not really here to fight. I'm here to fight them specifically. I'm here for a weapon that's down right here. But right now, this guy's in my way. All right, let's risk it. Charge! Excuse me, sir. Would you mind getting out of my way? I think it's this one right here. There it is. Ow! All right, just for that, we're gonna throw it. We're gonna throw hands. Right, watch out! Watch out! Okay. That was scary there. The dude jumped off screen there. That was kind of scary. Whoop. Watch out. Nope. Ow. Alright, I'm out of heals. Let's try not to die. Because that would be embarrassing. I don't know what you're aiming for, sir, but it definitely wasn't me. Bing bada boom, and he's gone. And we got Demon Titanite. And got what I was looking for. So, you know, right now we're doing fantastic. Should I push my luck? I think I'm gonna push my luck. I got no heal, so if I die, well, I suppose worse things could happen. Alright. Just gotta time my dodges here. Ow! That hardly seems fair. Oh. Okay. Oh no. And there he goes. Hey, I decided to risk it, and that's how it goes sometimes, you know? I may regret this decision because that's four whole pieces of humanity I could be losing right there. And how in the world am I all the way back here? Did I seriously go all that way without resting on a bonfire? My goodness. I am quite foolish. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, I guess. It's actually kind of funny. I didn't realize I ran all the way back to where I was without even resting on a bonfire. Well, the good news is it's just down the road, so it's not like a huge loss. Oh, that's the gear. Yep, that's how it goes. Yeah, dang is the word. Sometimes that happens, you know? Especially with bosses where they have... I hesitate to use the phrase lingering hitbox. Because I know very well what it was that hit me. It wasn't like some invisible force that just came out of nowhere and then suddenly I died. Although those things can catch you in this game. There's gonna be a lot of those weird lingering hitboxes here and there. So good though. I'm not salty about it. The real question is, can I get there, and do I take the risk of going back and getting my souls back? Because on the one hand, it won't kill me to lose my souls. And 4 humanities, I can spare 4 humanities. That won't kill me either. I don't know how successful I'd be trying to go back there. Trying to go back there just to get it though. All right. So I've sat at the bonfire. So now if I die again, I'll pop up back here. Still find it hilarious that apparently I didn't think to sit at this bonfire. That'll bite me in the butt if I'm not careful. To those that are curious, the reason I went all the way back is I wanted to get my hands on this thing. Despite the fact that it's called a scythe, it's actually not a scythe. I think it's called a bardiche. It's not called a bardiche. Not called a bardiche in this game, obviously, but it's in the halberd class. It's called a bardiche in real life, but I like it because once upon a time I wanted to do a scythe run, but I didn't know at the time that there is an actual scythe in this game, so I went for the weapon that said scythe instead of an actual scythe. I like the moveset though, so I rolled with it. Alright, we're back. It's time for round 2 with the snake people. I think I aggroed both of them. That could spell trouble. Or not. No dice, my friends. Now then, still debating whether or not I want to make a jump for it. Because odds of success will be a lot higher this time around since I've killed one of them. One of the fat demons, I mean. Of course, that doesn't guarantee success in any case. Let's focus on this particular part for the time being, because chances of death are still pretty high, especially in this place. I could have parried that, but I chose not to. I'm not sure how I'm gonna parry that move. And I do not like my position on the quad right now. And there's that. Okay. So last time, cut a little close with the health. Turns out, two-handing this was very effective at just insta-killing them once I went for the backstab, so that's good to know. But there was still that bit of period where success was not guaranteed because I had snakes shooting lightning at me. So we're gonna be rolling the dice here. Try not standing still here. Did the other one jump off the edge? Again, I don't know what you're aiming at, but I'm right here. Oh yeah, no, it died. It just rolled off the edge. Neat. Alright. We got more heals this time, so I'm liking my chances. I'm probably gonna aim for getting my souls back first, though. Excuse me, sir. I just want to get my stuff. Ow. Ow. And that did not work out. Alright, 0 progress has been made. I mean, I'm here now, so I suppose that should count for something. At least I didn't lose my souls, necessarily. They're just back exactly where they were before. I should probably consider baiting the guy out first before I commit to getting my souls. Because obviously I'm not in a position where I can get to my souls without the high risk of death. Alright, am I baiting out both or just the one? Oh! That could have hurt. Alright, so you messed up. You survived that time, but Not for very long. All right, come on, big boy. It's your turn. Let's go. Oh no. Bad day for you. You think they'd learn? Maybe they're not because I'm killing them. It's definitely a possibility. Alright, we're back. Souls are... Oh, no, wait, no. That's actually a lot better. So if I can get to them, then I can... Well, if I survive long enough to get to them, then that would be fantastic. Of course, I should never underestimate how easy it is to die here. Although, hilariously, the 2 times I've died have not been to the ways one would typically die here in Sens Fortress. I wonder if we're going to be getting any of that. I keep trying to parry that. It isn't quite working out just yet. Begs the question, am I able to parry that? Because there is a possibility of that. The answer is no. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get these guys to just stop. See if they get bored. Alright, that one's disengaged, so that's good. That one doesn't appear to have noticed my presence at all. Alright, and they seem to have chilled out. That should buy me a few seconds. Oh no, that was there. That was nerve-wracking. If I were just slightly off, I would have died right there. Hello? Excuse me, I just want to backstab you. Thank you for letting me backstab you. You're a very kind snake. Alright. Here we are again. Grab my souls and... Okay! We're doing alright. We have made progress. And now this guy probably wants revenge, and you know what? I want revenge too. Oh no, this is less than ideal. I do not want to get shot. Alright, I'm gonna beat a hasty retreat here. Normally I would try to take this guy on, but I don't want to be sniped by snakes. It's a very long ladder. Oh, look at him. Large soul of a proud knight. Well, he seems quite proud. Alright, back to where we started. I am going to backtrack here. Still debating with myself whether or not I want to kind of just backtrack, because now that I got the weapon, it's still not my final weapon, but it is a weapon I'm going to employ down the road. Trouble is, I don't know that I have the materials to even get to where it was, because I don't even have green Titanite. I got a lot of regular Titanite, so I could definitely at least get it to +5. It's not level yet.
Well, hello. You seem to need anything.
As a matter of fact, I do. I got myself a... Where is it? It's safe. Let's get this up to +5 at the very least, because I need to get +5 anyway. I'm going to make this that is going to serve as my divine weapon, which I'm going to need. Trouble is, do I have a... No, can't do that. Trouble is, I need myself a green Titanite, which I do not have. So, probably gonna have to hold off on that for the time being.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us.
Yeah, I don't want to go hollow either. As a matter of fact,
well, you need...
I'm gonna buy something from him first. Because buy me this and a repair box. Alright. I'm gonna get my hand on those because I'm not gonna be back here for a while, which means I'm not gonna be able to get Andre's upgrades for a ways. So, but should I get my hands on the right materials, I'll be able, at the very least, be able to repair and reinforce my stuff once I have this armor box. Now that I have this armor box. What am I boosting? Got a decent amount of health. I think I'm gonna boost endurance a bit. Yep, that should be handy. And I think I'm gonna commit to scaling scaling the fortress and getting all the way to Anor Londo. I could just divert and go straight to getting the size up to where it needs to be to where I could go and get the weapon I do want to get, but I don't think I want to make this a grinding stream, so we're gonna make progress on this instead. And I may have made a mistake here. Oh my goodness, that guy got some airtime. Alright, we're doing a risky play here. Oh! Yeah, I don't appreciate being bit, senor. Alright, so I guess the fact that I didn't reset upon death did not reset this trap. It's good to know. Unfortunately, I did reset all the enemies, hence why I still had to fight those snakes, so it's mildly annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, forgot about that. I'll come back and kill him later. It's not required. And frankly, I don't even know if I will even need Demon Titanite, because I only need Demon Titanite for like special upgrades. I missed my window. Not that time. Alright. Almost forgot where that was. That could hurt. I might want to just be... I'm going to have to be very mindful of how much damage I take when I'm ascending this, because I'm not going to see a bonfire for a while. Okay. Wait till next. No, that's not... I don't appreciate that. Alright. Nope. That could hurt. Don't mind me. It's going to go around this guy and then do that. Welcome to Sen's Funhouse. Okay. This one's fine. Large Titanite. I can definitely make use of that. Okay. Okay. No, this is good. That guy is gonna be fine. Well, hey, what's up? Oh. That looks like it's smart. He doesn't seem bothered by it, though. Excuse me, sir. Well, seems awfully aggressive for someone who just got hit by a giant rolling ball, but I suppose that's not a bother to him. And he doesn't seem bothered by anything that just happened. Talk about sitting on the job. Oh, no, I don't want to get hit by that. Okay. Here are we going to do this. Charge! Okay. Alright, gonna come down. Gonna come down and give me some grief. Ah. Should have left it be, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna want to get inside there, but I don't want to get rolled over. Alright, that'll work. Ring of Steel Protection. Am I gonna make him play that? Rusted Iron Ring. I don't really need these. Sorry, that pauses because I just realized that the ring probably just saved my life because there's black tar underneath there when I was trying to get my souls back for those big Titanite demons. I kind of forgot that the tar slows you down if you don't have the Rusted Iron Ring. So the fact that I just forgot to take that off probably saved my life. Kind of weird to think about. I suppose it's not really, it doesn't really matter now. Watch out for that. I'll return to this place eventually. No, this is not a boss door. It's just a weird fake out white door that they included in this game for some reason. Alright. I know you see it too. I think the hole is right over there. Alright. Let's try and not get killed. That was easy enough. Oh hey, sorry, your trap didn't work. Kinda made it a little obvious, sir. I'd appreciate it if you didn't try to bite me. Okay. Wanna try it again? No, he's gonna jump to the side. I don't think your strategy works. It's all effort, I suppose. Really good statues. Alright, I'm gonna have to move quick here because there's a high possibility of getting rolled over by a bowling ball. Alright, watch my step here. Wait for the next run. Charge! Got a tight window here. Oh, that was close. That was very close indeed. Okay, so this is where the bowling ball is being directed. Now, if I were to direct it, say, down there? Or I could just leave it where it is. I'm going to have to go back this way. You know what? I'm going to redirect it this way. Then it'll just fall off the edge and won't be harming anybody. So nice like that. Now the reason that I redirected it that way is because I'm going to come back down this way. Okay, that might be trouble. I suppose this will be a bit easier now that there's no more. Now we're going to go down here. Nope, please don't slide off the edge, please don't slide off the edge. Please, please. Okay, that was scary. I've been through this enough times where I don't really get super stressed, but there is still a little bit of stress when going through this place. Especially since there is no safety until I get a ways into this area. All right, all that just to have chat with this buddy. Hey, how's it going?
Oh ho!
What's up?
Where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you.
Glad to see you too, Sigmire. Why are you sitting right here?
Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise.
You too, huh?
I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Gotta love the jolliness.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Yeah, I don't think you can iframe through that thing. All right, let's try not to fall off the edge this time. I know I didn't before, but there was a high chance, the possibility of it happening. All right, back to it. Now it does this annoying thing where it kind of just auto rotates back to this block, so it's not let us. So I'm not quite home free yet. It occurred to me I probably could have just made it up there. Or maybe not. Do I want to? You know what? I probably should. I don't want to be backtracking to this place, so there's some items I want to get my hands on before I leave here. Okay, I hesitated there for a sec, so I'm gonna wait for this one to go. This next part's gonna be a little tricky. Roll off. That was a bit shaky, but it worked. Alright. I think there's a shortcut I can unlock if I do this correctly. Black sorcerer stuff. And the sorcery hush. I don't know sorceries, and I don't practice sorcery, so that's useless to me, but yay. I don't need to go this way or direction. I don't even know I'm going this direction anyway either. Come to think, but I don't even need to go this way. I don't need to go this way. Okay. 2 viewers. We're up to 2 viewers! Woo! I think 2 is my current record, so if we get 3, we're off to a great start. Welcome, by the way. Glad you can make it. I am navigating the dangers of Sens Fortress. I have died at least twice, hilariously enough, to Titanite demons and not to the various traps trying to kill me. Like that. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the next one to roll by and let gravity do the work. Alright. Ow. Run quickly. Alright, get to the side room here. Now, I'm gonna park it for here for a bit if I need something to happen right there. Of course, what I'm not gonna be doing is doing nothing, because that would be boring. That will come to me later. I'm gonna get acquainted with this thing. Because I could demonstrate in a very hilarious way by just pretending I don't know what's going on, but you might notice that there's messages here that say strike ahead. I can also read this one. Read this one without opening the box. Beware of monster. Yeah, there's a reason for that. This here is a mimic. How can I tell? Well, other than the fact that I already know that this is a mod. I played this game before. That's how I know. But also, there's a little chain off to the side here. You might not notice it at first until, I don't know, you pick up on small details, or in my case, someone pointed it out to me. But there's a little chain onto the side of the chest. If the chain is curled, kind of like, if the end of the chain is pointed at the chest, like it's forming a circle and it's pointed at the chest, then it's fine. It's a normal chest. However, this chain is pointed outward. That usually means that means it's a mimic. Alternatively, you might have noticed during my explanation, the box is breathing, and if I angle my camera just right, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I angle it just right? I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get the right angle. No, here it is. No, it's too dark. I can't see it. I can barely see it here. If I can angle this camera just right, you can see that the box has teeth. It's hard to see. Right, like, okay, you can't quite see it. However, under the right angle, you can notice when the thing breathes up. You should see. There it is. You can see its teeth. Now, when faced with a mimic, you could just ignore it. That's definitely a viable strategy. Has the hole popped? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a hole in the wall. All right. So, before I deal with that, I'm going to go grab the thing I came here for. The reason I parked it here was because if you kind of let the bowling ball run down this hole enough times, eventually it'll break a hole in the wall. We got the hole. I'm going to wait till it's safe. Like safe. Not safe enough to where... Oh, there it is. There's the window. Right off to the side. This is a bit of a dead end. A bit of a dead end. I'm here for this item already. The covetous gold serpent ring. When I wear that, I have a better chance of getting items. Like enemies will drop items and everything. Great item to have. And part of the reason why I wanted to kind of just ascend to Sens Fortress now, because it'll make the grind that I'll definitely have to do later that much easier. Now, back to the mimic. I don't need to fight this mimic. Thing is, I want to fight the mimic, so I'm going to fight the mimic. Hey, buddy. Nope. Please do not. I do not want to be eaten by a mimic today. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, that was weird, but thank goodness we survived. And he dropped a lightning spear. That could be handy. Not currently, but it could be. Alright. Now this little bit is going to be funny. Why is there blood splatter? I don't like it. I don't like that there's blood splatter. I'm getting off this. I think I know where there's blood splatter. I don't know if you can see the spikes. There's spikes up there. Yeah, good thing I got off that. So far, we're doing fantastic. Do I... Oh, yeah. Yeah. This will definitely work. Alright, so I'm going to be returning to this room soon enough, but for now, I have gotten what I came for, so I'm just going to move on. Oh, would you look at that? Another plate and another... Delicious. I don't know who designed these traps. I suppose Sen? It is called Sens Fortress after all. Alright, this part can be a little tricky. The walkways have gotten narrower, and these things are way too close together. So, gonna have to get this all in one run. Okay. And here we go. Charge! Hey, what's up? You see me make it across that walkway? It was really cool, right? I think he thought it was cool. Alright. Hey, what's up? We gonna have problems? No? Good to know. Thank you for being reasonable. Alright, going down to the side down here. Hey, what's up? You garden something? You look like you're gardening something. I'm sorry I had to do this to you, but whatever it is your garden, I want it. Large Titanite swords. So far, we're doing fantastic so far. Alright, we're heading up. Now this next part. This My stress levels are definitely going to shoot up in this part. Look how narrow that is. And to top it all off, there's that guy. That guy's going to try and shoot me. Alright. Okay. Gonna hunt myself up here. Alright. Let's go! Don't get shot. Please don't get shot. Please don't shoot me. Ow. He shot me. The jerk. Dodge roll up this fast point because I don't want to get shot. Another fog wall. Don't worry, not a boss fog wall. Bird. So far, so good. Oh no. No, that's like you're the one depositing those bowling balls, aren't you? Well, how rude. What did I do to you? All right, this next part's gonna be funny because I'm gonna have to just run and run fast. I didn't run fast enough. Oh, okay. Run to safety. Huzzah! Man, if I had died there, that would have been really unfortunate. Oh, good thing we found a bonfire. Safety at last. It's always funny when you're expecting things to go way worse than they actually end up going. But I managed to make it through Sen's Funhouse without dying to any traps, so that's good. Now this next particular section is gonna be interesting, honestly. There are less traps, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's safer. I should have upgraded my halberd before continuing. I've never been the brightest. Alright. This next part can be handled with just quite a bit, with just a lot of running. We're just gonna run. Run past that. I will grab this item, but I don't want to get exploded. So just run. Run and run fast. Don't dilly-dally, because that dude is trying to kill us. Run past that. Run up this way. I'll get back to you later. Alright. Not quite home free, but we're getting there. Run past this particular section, which can be a little freaky. Excuse me, sir. I saw you trying to shoot at me, and I really didn't appreciate it. So, good day. Balder gauntlets. Okay, neat. All right, now that's a boss door. In fact, this is one of the few areas where you can see the boss right before you fight it. Well, hey. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna fight him just yet, but it's good to know. Good to know what I'm gonna be looking forward to. First things first, though, I'm gonna go up the staircase. Hey, excuse me, sir. I saw you throwing giant bowling balls at me, and I'm really not a fan of that. Use your words, son. We can hash this out as like reasonable adults. Man, he is really just conked out, huh? I would have expected him to just get back up, but no, how are these things so fragile? Titanite chunk, sweet. That'll come in handy at some point. All right. Now that guy's out of the way, I will not have giant bombs thrown at my face. So that's good. I do not need to go that way. There's an NPC I could summon. I'm not going to summon him because this is going to be this is a completely solo run. I will take on this game with no summons. Not to prove a point or anything. I've already done this game without summons before. I'm just doing it because I can, I guess. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to go this way. I'm going to completely ignore this guy because there's really no point to fight him. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to see if gravity will not try to kill me today, because I'm going to have to make that jump. Alright. I'm trying to think of some words for encouragement, but I can't think of anything, so let's just do it. Onward to glory! Okay, that worked out. Oh, sorry. Was that your table? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Hey, what's up? You good?
Oh, what? What? Who are you?
I named my character Riften.
I took on Sens Fortress alone. But
Yeah, I can see that.
No different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yeah,
I've been doing good so
I
far.
remember that feeling. For I was the same.
I mean, you made it this far.
Let me help you out. With your soul searching.
I don't think I need help with that, but I appreciate the offer. Bryce says black fire bombs, green blossoms. Don't need any of those. Oh. Huh. You know, this isn't going to do me any good right now, but... Nah, I'm going to save my souls. Let's see. Great sword, great axe, baller shield, tower shield. Okay. Sells these stuff and everything. He sells the onion armor. Sweet. I'm not going to buy it, but it's cool. I know where it is. All arms, steel armor, and steel gauntlets. Okay. Nothing that I want to buy. But hey.
There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool.
Wow. Aren't you a ray of sunshine?
Nothing at all. Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
I am fully clothed, sir. Okay. That didn't really accomplish anything, but hey, we know where he is now. It's not going to do me any good because I don't really need to buy anything from him, but, you know. Good to know that we're not completely alone in the world. More or less. What up with thee? Good talk. All right. Good. Got some good stuff right there. Okay, no. Let's try not to look like a fool on these steps here. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to make that jump again. For some reason, it's a lot harder to make this jump going back than it is getting here. Don't ask me why, but we'll see how it goes. So, charge! Okay, that was a close one. That could have hurt. I think I would have survived the fall, but it still would have hurt. You know, this place is not half bad now that I don't have a giant throwing giant firebomb down here. Got a large titanite shard, that's good to have. We'll go down here for a large soul for brave warrior. Okay. Oh look, one of these guys again. Let's go say hi. Hello, good sir. Please don't try to hit me. He's gonna try to hit me. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Trading blows. Although maybe trading run extra, because it's not quite landing the mark. Get back here. Alright, solid effort, sir. Hey, you dropped a large shard. How nice. I might be able to plus 10 this halberd before I even get to Anor Londo. That'd be kind of neat. Will definitely come in handy because Anor Londo is kind of scary. Alright, now this next part might be a little annoying because of that guy. Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Oh no! Oh! That hurt. Ricard's rapier. I'm guessing that was Ricard because he dropped his rapier. I don't know what he was doing in a place like this, but he was guarding treasure. Rare ring of sacrifice. Now that I definitely need. These are definitely normal because you can tell by the chain. Yep. I realized I didn't check before. If that were a mimic, I would have been dead by now. Gonna add a layer of paranoia to this whole endeavor because up to this point, all the chests that we've run into are like super duper normal chests, but now we've been introduced to mimics. So, all right. So there's one other thing I'm gonna have to check on before I take on the boss, and that involves using that cage key I got my hands on earlier. Of course, before I do that, I'm gonna make a quick pit stop because I got quite a bit of souls and I do not want to lose them. I'm gonna drop down here. A little annoying they got some mana that fall damage is mandatory just to take a rest, but I suppose there are worse things in the world. All right, let's upgrade this halberd. Where is it? All right. How can we get this? We can get plus 8, plus 9. Can we plus 10 it? We can plus 10 it. All right. Going to Anor Londo with a plus 10 halberd. How great is that? Before I forget, level up. Endurance. More stamina is good. I'll be able to attack more, and I'll be able to carry more heavier loads. All right. So I got my hands on that cage key earlier, and you might have noticed during my frantic running that I ran past some cages. That's what the cage key is for. Name's a bit on the nose, huh? There's a dude trying to shoot me. You'd think I'd be concerned, but honestly, the guy has such a terrible aim that I'm not even bothered by it. Cage key used. Alright, now we're just gonna step into this cage here. And we got ourselves a shortcut. Shortcut takes us all the way back to the bottom of Sens Fortress. How crazy is that? Excuse me, sir. You're kind of in my way. It's gonna be like that, huh? Alright. We can have a conversation about it. Can you get out of my way? You're in my way. That was too early. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, let's see how effective. Alright, we are officially one-shotting the lizard men. We are on fire today. Alright. Alright, Mr. Lightning Hands, forearmed, lightning shooting, flambers, wielding. I don't know what that sentence is going. Alright. Let's go. Block. Nope. That could have been a disaster. Would not have been my finest hour. Okay, back here. Has the ball reset to this area? Let's find out. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's not. Okay. wait for the dude to come back. Come down here. Where is he? Oh yeah, nope, the ball's back. Okay. Hello, sir. I'm sorry. Are you not? Can you not trigger the plate? Why? Do you weigh like nothing? That sounds like an unfair advantage. Okay, well, I just got I suppose it would make sense that for snake people to live in a place like Sens Fortress, they'd develop a means of avoiding death by arrow trap. Still weird though. All right. Let's try not to get hit by the bowling ball. That would hurt. Ow. Alright. I believe that is where we found we just passed by with that dude who was clearly just sleeping on the job. I think we need to teach him a very important lesson about why you shouldn't sleep on the job. Oh my god, blow! Oh, that hurt. Somebody survived it though. I don't know whether or not to be impressed or terrified. Oh, no. Still alive. Took 2 bowling balls to the face. Still living. Can we do a third? He tanked a third. My goodness. I don't think he can take a fourth. Well, that's what happens when you're taking a nap on the job, sir. It is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna redirect this back to where it was going. I need to go down that way. Busted open this lovely little hole in the wall. Sorry, dude. All these cages.
You seem quite lucid.
I suppose.
In these times. I am Logan.
Hi, Logan.
Cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
Yeah, boredom will do that to you. I suppose it's gonna hurt. You're not gonna blast me or anything, are you?
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe. And I'd love to.
Why did you sound so
resume my
sarcastic when you
travels,
said
but I
that?
must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
I mean, it's lovely for you to offer, but I'm not a sorcerer. But, you know, good luck, Bo. Another cage here. Solo of a hero. He died in a cage. Terrible. Okay, I believe that marks pretty much the last thing I need to do here. Only thing left to do is get back to the top. Now, I'm a little concerned. Not of that, because that would have hurt, but you know, I survived. I'm a little concerned because the halberd I'm using uses a poking animation. And it's pretty effective. Trouble is, it doesn't work very well against targets that are hard to hit. Unfortunately, the boss I'm about to hit has surprisingly thin legs. I suppose I could just spin to win, but Could be a little annoying because I'm kind of vulnerable in that state. Suppose we'll have to give it a shot. Alright, we're gonna make one last jaunt over to the bonfire just to make sure we restore our 5 Estus flasks. I think 5 Estus flasks should be enough. It's not like I plan on getting hit. And if I do, it wasn't really the plan. It just happened that way. Oh, my knees. I don't need to reinforce because I can't reinforce past plus 10. I'm not going to anyway because plus 10 halberd is the maximum I need this halberd to be at. My final weapon will surpass the plus 10 halberd, but for now, this should do this fine. I don't think I can level up. Nope. I'm supposed to level up. Sadness. That's okay. I'm about to fight a boss. Bosses usually dropping upstairs still on the level up, so I am not bothered at all. Alright. As far as runbacks go, this is not a bad one. I got 2 things to be concerned of in this next boss fight, though. See, most bosses, the issue with the arena is often that maybe the arena is too restrictive. Obviously, that wasn't the issue with Chaos Witch Quelagg because I had lots of space. Of course, she did spew lava everywhere, and that was how she made the arena a bit less spacious than it would be. But that's the trade-off, you know, wide open arena, but you know, occasionally spits pools of lava. However, we're gonna have to deal with a new problem with the Iron Golem arena. That being, there's a ledge I could fall off, and falling off a ledge would be kind of annoying. So, let's not do that. But nothing else to it. Let's go. Hello, Iron Golem, sir. I have come to not die. My name? Faster. Like. Okay, that damage is not amazing. I missed. Nope. I'm not like getting grabbed today, sir. Yep. Not terrible damage when I do the full blown hit. I don't know what you're aiming for, sir. I'm right here. Nope, he's wobbling. He's wobbling. Can we do it? Can we do it? Fall off the edge. That's how we do it. Yeah. Turns out he can also fall off the edge. Well, that was easy. And I did it hitless too. How nice is that? Should I be more excited? I feel like I should be more excited. I don't know. These things just don't happen, you know? There's sometimes. I get excited about some like super random things, but when I'm about the things I should be excited about, nothing. That was pretty neat though. I don't always get that. Usually when I fight the Iron Golem, I just have to kill him the hard way. I very rarely actually successfully knock him off the ledge, so it was actually quite nice that I was able to pull that off. But with that concludes Sens Fortress. Went way better than I expected it to. Normally this place is like full of nightmares and you die a lot because you fall off a ledge, you get shot in the back, you get zapped by lightning. Terrible time most of the time. But only 2 deaths and both of them were to a Titanite demon. How neat is that? Oh, nothing else to it. We came here for a reason. We wanted to ascend to Anor Londo. So let's do that. Examine the Ring of Light. It's shiny. That's I can definitely tell that. Wait, where'd it go? Nope, it's back. Okay. Now what? Oh no! Oh my goodness. Nope. Nope. Please no. No, please. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm afraid of heights, please. Well, this is great. This is going fantastic. I'm just being carried away by a giant plane, and oh my goodness. Okay. That was... I suppose that was worth the kidnapping. Minis. Whew. Anor Londo. Now, I said earlier that my favorite place in this is probably Blighttown. And that is true. It's probably one of my favorites from a gameplay standpoint. I definitely enjoy I definitely enjoy going through that. But this place is probably like the best area in the game. For me, to me at least. This is just look at that view. So grand, so breathtaking. All right. First things first, we're going to try and not die and get to a bonfire. Because if I die, I'm just going right all the way back to where I was, and that would be really annoying. Hey, what's up, guys? Don't mind me, just looking for safety. Something tells me that's where I need to go. Okay. This place is very big. Bonfire! Yeah! And this one is a kindled bonfire, which means I got 10 Estus flasks, which is fantastic. Alright. Well, hey, how's it going?
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord
Lost City?
Keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
Okay. How do you lose a city? It's right here.
What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling.
Sounds quaint.
The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet.
Sounds lonely. Oh, nice to meet you, firekeeper lady. Alright, here we are in Anor Londo. We're doing fantastic. Let's try not to die. So, I'm gonna want to do a boost of get myself some dexterity, a bit more health. 4 levels out of that. Not bad at all. So, I'm not entirely sure what direction I want to go. I mean, there's a straightforward path. However, there's some things I want to grab now that I'm here. Now, I think the audio is decent a little bit. Give me 1 sec, trying to fix it. Okay, that's better. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Alright, there are 2 chests there that I'm gonna want to get my hands on. Trouble is, these guys in front. Sure, they seem nice now, but they can spell trouble. Can we have a nice chat? Okay. Let's have a reasonable conversation here, sir. Okay. And what are you jumping back for? Come on. Alright, gotta watch out for that. Gotta watch out for the shield. It is a big one. Okay, one more shot. I missed. Ow! watch out for that shield. It is no joke. Alright, that was one. Thank goodness these guys are easy enough. Alright, your turn. Oh! He went full in on that one. Alright, watch out for that. I don't feel like getting flattened today, sir. If I wanted to, I could farm these guys and get their spear, get their halberd, which is a lightning halberd. I'm not going to, because I already have a halberd. But it'd be good. It's good to know, I suppose. Twinkling Titanite. I don't think I'll ever make use of that in this run, but it's neat, I guess. All right, looks like we got ourselves a mimic. Look at that chain just pointing right out. Can I see the teeth? I'm able to see the teeth. Yep, there it is. These guys are so creepy. All right. Let's try not to get kicked. I don't know what you're aiming at, sir, but you didn't hit your mark. Let's see what we got. Crystal halberd. How neat is that? Okay, it is slightly better than the one I have. I say slightly. It is quite a bit better, actually. Now, I'm not going to be employing this for the time being because there's a fun little fact about weapons that are crystal. Crystal is like an upgrade path you get. I think you can only get them. You can only upgrade them to crystal when they're like past plus 10 or so, or maybe it's a plus 5. I'm not sure. Crystal weapons do like really high damage, but they have one problem. You can't fix them. Like, there's durability in this game, and you have to repair weapons every now and again. That's why I bought a repair box from Andre, because I want to be able to repair my weapons, and I'm not gonna be able to see Andre for a while. And everything. Trouble is, this crystal halberd has very low durability and will break very quickly, and I won't be able to fix it. Once it's broken, that's it. It's done. It's busted. So crystal paths can be tricky because you can't repair them. So this is good, but for the time being, I'm going to stick with my normal halberd because this one I can fix. I might employ that a bit later though, because it does do a bit more damage than the weapon I currently have, and I believe you can still buff crystal weapons. Because certain upgrade paths you can't do buffs on. Like if you do like a magic weapon or like a fire weapon or something like that, you won't be able to buff it with like spells or what was the word I'm looking for? The lightning powder that I got. What's the word I'm forgetting? The resin. You can't apply resins, I believe, to upgrade magic or fire or divine. But I think you can if it's crystal. So there's some benefits to that, to crystal. I think this is one of the only games that offers crystals as an upgrade path. No, I think the other ones do. I spoke incorrectly. It doesn't really matter. We're moving forward. Well, well, well. It isn't my old nemesis. Ya missed. I don't even know what happened. How did I chop your tail off? I didn't even hit your tail. How in the world do you breathe lightning? Like, how does that even work? I suppose I'm not going to answer because I killed him. It's still weird. Drop down here. There's some goodies around this corner here. Quick Mimic check. Nope, not a mimic. We're good. We're safe-ish. Guys, some Demon Titanite. Good to have. Or rather, it will be at some point. Maybe. This way. I had to drop down here because I can't do the normal path forward. Wait, can I go back? Is this my way back up? It is. I forget this pathway exists. Alright, here we are. Now, I'm not going to be able to move forward here because this thing is not in its proper place. I cannot move this way. It should be a lot more straightforward, but it is not. Alright, gotta fix this DC real quick. I suppose it's not the end of the world to have my audio slightly distinct, but it is a little annoying. So, can't move forward the standard pathway. We're gonna have to get more creative, which means climbing up the flying buttresses. Who in the world came up with the name Flying Buttresses? Genuine question. Okay, architecture is gonna make my camera go weird. Please don't make me fall off the edge. That'd be really annoying. Alright, now this next section is gonna be very stressful. For me. I get very stressed in this particular section. What's up? How's life? Good to know. I don't think they felt like talking. Hold still. Throwing knife. Cute. Alright. This part is gonna be I already said this part is gonna be stressful. Well, you're gonna find out why I find this part so stressful right here. I hope no one's afraid of heights. Even theoretical heights. Theoretical being video game heights. Because alright, let's try not to fall off the ledge here. Drop and walk very carefully, very calmly. Try not to look down. Please walk in a straight line. Please stop. Please don't throw knives at me. I really appreciate if you would not throw knives at me right now. Okay. I don't know what that guy's plan was, but it didn't work. Alright, we're still making our way across, though. Be very calm. Go calm and collected. Alright, here we are. Gonna whack that because you're making me walk across pathway, across like really high walkways. You do not deserve to have a nice chandelier for making me walk across this. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We're halfway there. Again with the knives. You know, it's really implied to throw throwing knives at people. I know they're called throwing knives, but it doesn't mean you have to throw them, you know? Okay. I thought like I was gonna fall off the edge like the other night. Okay, I very well could have thrown myself off the ledge just now. Thankfully I didn't. Oh, there he goes. Yeesh. If I look down, bad idea. Alright. Very nearly there. Last stretch of this very stress-inducing section. Again with the throwing knives. It's getting old. Seriously, what makes you think that was going to be a good idea? Okay. And we are home free. Thank goodness. You can return your heart rates to normal now. That wasn't stress at all. Alright. Gotta turn this thing here and get ourselves back to where we were. I wonder who designed the architecture of this place. Oh, hey, what's up? I think you missed. Gargoyles. Always two there are. I don't know what you're aiming at, sir, but you missed. Alright, joke's on you, sir. I have a shield. I don't know why that missed me. I was right there. Oh, sorry about that, sir. That must hurt. Gargoyle's halberd, gargoyle shield, and a gargoyle helm. I already have a halberd, I already have a shield, and I already have a helmet. But, thanks, I guess. Alright. Now, this next section is probably... how do I describe it? Once upon a time, when I first started playing this game, this next part left me flat against the wall. I was stuck. You'll know why here in a sec, but before I do that, I am going to make use of these souls while I still have them. There's a high possibility that I'm just going to die a bunch in this next part, so you want to be prepared for that. Unfortunately, if I do end up dying, this is going to be quite a bit of a... this is going to be quite the run back. And I know because I used to I would make this run back quite a few times, because when I first started playing this, I died a lot. Like a lot. Like it wasn't even funny a lot. Like I'm quite frustrated. Obviously I eventually overcame it, but you know, still. Alright, what do I want? I got decent enough health, more damage, more dex couldn't hurt, more damage. Good to have. Alright. Now to run all the way back. Thankfully we got the bridge back where it needs to be, so it's not like I have to run all the way back. Still give me a lot of running though. Pause and just admire the view. Ain't that pretty? Alright, back to the running. I hope I get this in one go because this area is so annoying. And those guys are the reasons why it's going to be so annoying. I should have gotten a shield that had high lightning defense, but I don't think I have one. Or do I? Let's see. Based on what I have on hand, we got a wood shield, target shield. Lightning is a bit better on the target shield, but the physical defense is blah. Same with the wooden shield. Heater shield is a bit... That's an idea. Heater shield. Night shield's not better. Spider shield is slightly better. Gargoyle shield is fantastic, however, the physical damage reduction is not fantastic, so I don't want to go with that. Alright, I think it's decided we're doing the Black Knight shield because that's got some pretty solid lightning defense. So, where we're at. And I'm still under half weight, so we're still mid-rolling. That's okay. I can manage with mid-rolls. First things first, I need to get past these guys. Alright, please don't stab me. Or slice me, I guess. That I don't want to do that either. Hide in this corner here until he leaves me, until he goes away. Yeah, you keep walking. Okay, now this part's gonna be a little bit tricky. Deal with these guys one at a time. Ow. There we go. Falling off the ledge. That might be a bit easier. Okay, that hurts. I'm not sure those wings are doing you any good since you guys are falling to your deaths. Okay. Thank goodness those guys are taken care of. At least those guys are. They're not the only ones, unfortunately. Okay. Gentlemen, want to come out of your hidey holes? Alright. Ow. Nope, nope, no. Now he wants to get involved. Ow! I had my shield up. Why did that hit me? Aha! Gravity is the victor on that one. Okay. I very well could have been knocked off the ledge there if I wasn't careful. Alright, now for the real challenge. All those were just nuisances. Now this is the challenge. Because now we got ourselves the infamous Anor Londo archers. Those guys are giant great bows, and they are poised to shoot me off the ledge. Alright. First step here. There they are. Alright. The part that's going to make it tricky, one, they're both shooting at me, and those things hit like a truck. Second, they're shooting at me from two different directions, which means if I'm looking at one, there's a high possibility the other one can shoot me in the back. So, gotta be mindful of that. But also, that's where I need to go. Past that guy. Which means I'm gonna have to squeeze past him somehow. Now, safest bet would just be to simply kill the guy. But, you know. It's easier said than done. So, if anything goes wrong, I may very well die in this next part. Let's give it a shot. Alright. So I can pass this part here. Now, if I get here, he should pull his sword out, and then... Nope, he did not fall off the ledge. That would have made my life so much easier. No, he decided to take it easy on me. Thank you. Safe at last. Huzzah. We are now inside the building. Okay, we're not quite safe. First we need to get ourselves a bonfire, and hallelujah, there's one. And look, Solaire! How you doing, buddy?
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days.
You know, I'm fighting for my life, you know?
Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
You know, I would love your help, but I made a commitment. So you just stay being your jolly self, sir. Alright. This is going fantastic. Not quite enough levels to heal. Now we're only halfway through this whole ordeal. We still got a ways to go. Now I gotta deal with these guys. Aptly named Silver Knights. Good news is, they're relatively easy to fight. But you shouldn't let your guard down. Now these guys, the sword-wielding ones, are a lot easier than the shield, than the spear ones. Also, these guys are really good. Are really good for farming because they give you like a flat 1,000 souls every single time. And if you know like the best route to go through and take them all out, you got yourself a lot of XP or money, or just money in general. Pair that with a ring I'll get later that increases your soul gain, then you got yourself a pretty solid soul farm. Here we are in a secret room, very special secret room, because other than the fact that it's really dark, there is something in here that I really want to get my hands on. Now, one of these chests is a mimic, so I gotta be very careful. Havel's gauntlets and leggings. Say hello to the best armor set in the game, and by best I mean it's got like the highest defense stats. Only downside being it's very heavy. Now, by best, I mean stat-wise. If you're more of an aesthetic person, it might not be to your taste. And of course, you got a really big dragon tooth, which can be a really effective weapon. If I were a heavy hitter, I am not. I got myself a halberd, and there's the mimic. Again, I don't need to fight this mimic, but I'm going to anyway. Hello, sir. Wake up from your nap. Oh no! Ow, that was scary. I don't know how hard that guy's grab attack hits for, so I kind of want to avoid getting hit by it. Okay, I keep missing because his legs are paper thin. Okay. I don't know how I keep hitlessing that, but it's a good thing because I don't want to get hit by those things. They're freaky enough as they are. Kind of don't want to be touched by that. Okay. Now, I got myself some of those Havel armor pieces, and unfortunately, they're way too heavy for me to carry, for me to put on right now. Sadly. However, I could wear them maybe if I were to take this off, and yes, I can wear the legs. And unfortunately, of course, that also means you get to stare at my horribly disfigured face. Okay, maybe not disfigured, but it's definitely shriveled up quite a bit. So, not the prettiest, but hey, I'm one step closer to getting the the look, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I have a very specific look I'm shooting for. I'm not really going for optimum defense stats or anything like that. I'm basically collecting the pieces I want for a very specific armor set. The Havel's legs are one of them. Also the chest piece I'm currently wearing. That's also part of it. I just need one more armor piece left before I can consider this armor set complete. The only downside being I don't quite have the endurance to wear said armor pieces, so that's gonna wait for a bit, for a couple of levels. I'm in no rush though. I don't even have the final weapon for this armor set, so. Oh, would you look at that? There's a random Titanite demon just sitting in a room. For some reason. I may or may not deal with him at some point. Right. Nothing of note in this room. Okay. Both these chests are mimics, and I'm not gonna fight them right now. I don't really need to. It's... Hello, sir. Trying to shoot me with your giant spears that you call arrows? Ow. From what I understand about the lore, these guys were like the men that fought side by side with Lord Gwyn. And the difference between these guys and the Black Knights that I fought before is the Black Knights were silver knights that went into battle against the demons, and the chaos and the flames of chaos burned their armor and burn them all the way to black. So that's why the Black Knights are black. And for some reason that made them really good, made them very effective at fighting demons. So there's the lore bit for there. Ow. I wonder what the deal is with these Silver Knights though, because they make this really weird noise that kind of makes me feel like they're not 100% like living. It kind of feels like they're like constructs almost. Especially since when you notice when you're going through Sens Fortress, there are like these little statues just dotted around the place, and they notice the little statues look an awful lot like the Silver Knights. So I wonder if that connects at all. Excuse me, sir. Ow. Good old backstabs. Always very effective, especially against these guys. That's why they're not. That's why I don't find them particularly hard to fight. Their movesets are very straightforward, and backstabs are very helpful. Hey, Siegmeyer.
Whatever can be done.
About what?
Ah, you again. Let
Me again,
guess.
yes.
Were you repelled by the Silver Knights?
Not really.
Don't be ashamed. It is the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together.
I'm all for that. Band of little duo of brave boys fighting Silver Knights together. The shriveled up bald boy and his onion buddy. It's gotta be a better title than that, but what can you do? Let's see. Oh look, a Silver Knight. Oh look, another Silver Knight. There's 3 Silver Knights in this room, isn't there? Lovely. What's up, sir? You missed? I'm gonna lure this guy out here because I do not want to accidentally get Siegmeyer hurt during the scuffle, so come on out. Come on out where it's shining. Back pain be upon ye. Alright, there's one. Okay. Now for one of these guys. Who do I go for first? Alright, I just destroyed your table. What you gonna do about it? Alright, you just sat there and watched me kill your friend. What's gonna happen now? More of the same, I guess. Easy peasy. Got ourselves some Demon Titanite, that's good. Got ourselves a shortcut of sorts. At least you don't have to do the whole rooftop section. Well, okay, we do have to do it because this is not the way forward. It was up.
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Catalina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
It was nothing, man.
But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
Yeah, sure, why not?
But
No,
be
it.
warned, next.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just continue forward. Good luck, buddy. Alright, I'm going down here. Now, there's a skip I could employ. That I'm not going to, because I'm not good at it, and I don't feel like it. No, wait, I got it wrong. The skip was earlier. Yeah, that was okay. No, I was a little mistaken there. There is a skip, but it's not there. This, however, is important. That guy is not happy to see me at all. I think you need a longer spear, sir. Oh, not quite. There we go. Oh, nope. Oh, nope, nope. Nope, this is not good. Not good at all. I'm dead. Or not. Alright, couple way too many close calls in that altercation alone. And I'm about to run out of my extra flasks. Unfortunately, I do not have access to a bonfire with 10 flasks, so this could be tricky. Oh. Yep. Gotta watch out there. Alright. Mimic check. No mimics. Good to know. Silver Knight armor! Sweet! I'm not gonna wear it, but Silver Knight armor is really cool. And there we go. Up a shortcut back to the bonfire. Now this is going to be a section that I'm very familiar with because I've done it sometimes. Because I've actually been stuck in this section once before. It was rough, but it's not a big deal. I can manage it now. I'm not gonna go straight for the boss fight just yet. However, I am basically right where I need to be to take the boss fight. Sort of. Obviously, obviously we have not seen the boss fog door just yet, but oh, I forgot about this guy. Totally on me. The sort of thing you did, it's the sort of thing you get for not paying attention. All right, that guy is just not gonna bother with us or with me. I mean. I'm not gonna bother with that Titanite demon either. There's no particular reason for me to deal with it at the moment. Here we are, the Great Hall. That's where I would try to get to, but the door was closed. And look at that. Those big guard people. Yeah, they're gonna be trouble. And there's that guy. Boss door is right over there. Can't see it from this angle, but trust me, it's there. we're gonna climb up here real quick. If I go around, I should be able to reach this other section that I want to reach. There it is. That's the boss door, right over there. That is gonna cause me quite a bit of grief. Or it could be totally easy. Who knows? But before we deal with that, we're gonna go out to the side path over here. There's someone I want to meet. You hear that? The sound of hammering. Almost like the sound we heard when we first met Andre. Well, here we are. Check it out. That is a big boy.
Who are you? For your weapons?
Please. Modify equipment. So, this is the guy you talk to get lightning upgrades. And also, he also can upgrade weapons to boss weapons, provided you have a weapon at the high enough level and you have the soul to go with it. Kind of like how if you give a boss soul to Ed, or Blacksmith Ed in Demon Souls. But this is the guy you talk to to get it. Now, I have a halberd plus 10, and I can turn it into the Life Hunt Scythe, which is a boss weapon, but I don't have the soul for it. So, that's an option, but I can't use it at the moment. He's also the guy this is also the guy you go to if you want to get crystal upgrades, but you have to find the crystal ember first before you can do that. I do not have that, so right now the only thing available is boss weapons and lightning weapons. So, not quite as useful, but I love this guy. He's so cool.
Tis no good, but forge, very good. I help any time.
He helps anytime.
Cometh soon.
Will do, buddy. Alright. So, there's really only one thing to do now, which is take on the boss. So, before I do that, I'm going to make a quick run back to the bonfire. Now, if I'm careful, I can just run past all this. Normally, if I wanted to have like summons or something like that, I could just take out. I would have to take out those two big spear guys. Now, those ones are not just the sentinel. They're called sentinels, I think. The sentinels I fought earlier, like those ones I fought to get to the crystal halberd, those guys are fairly easy. These ones can be a bit tricky though, because while they have the same moveset, they also come with extra spells. One of which is like a big old shockwave that can just blast you, and the other one is a healing spell. And there's two of them in this room, and both of them have a really big aggro range. Like, already that guy's turning towards me because he can see me. All I gotta do is start walking down these steps, and then he's gonna try and kill me. And there's two of them, so they're both gonna try and kill me. And then of course there's that guy. That's another one of the classic Anor Londo archers. So. Of course, they're easy enough to run past if you know what you're doing. So, now what I could do, which would be very useful here, now that I have it, is swap over to the crystal halberd, because if all I use it for is this boss fight, then it's probably gonna be very useful. Very useful, very handy use of it. Of course, if I start dying over and over again, it'll probably lose durability a lot faster than I would like, which might be a slight issue. I do not have enough souls to level up, so I'm going to pop some souls. I don't want to risk losing all the souls I got right now, so Silver Brave Warrior. It'd be nice if they told me exactly how much souls I would get from these. Let's just do this large Silver Brave Warrior. Bit over what I wanted, but boost my weapon, my stuff up to. You know, if I take off my shield, I might be able to wear more. Yeah, it's already good. Let's see if I can do it. Can I? Oof, no, probably not. Yes. Yeah, it's still too heavy. What if I switch this to the crystal halberd? Would that do it? No, no change. Alright, so I still can't wear the gauntlets, but I can wear this or my gauntlets. So it's something. I'm taking the shield off because honestly, with the boss fight I'm going into, a shield's not going to do me much good. Most boss fights do way too much damage and hit like a truck. So using a shield wouldn't be very practical against them. And for this particular, next particular boss fight, maneuverability will be key. I'm also going to reverse my wall real quick. And no, it's not just because I don't want to look at my shriveled face during this boss fight, but because I want to kindle this flame here. By spending a humanity, I can kindle the flame, which will allow me to get more assist flasks from it, which will be very useful. I can't kindle it beyond 10, but hey, 10 is more than 5, so that'll be very handy. Before I do this, I'm going to switch back to my normal halberd so I can find my way through these guys. I should probably put my shield back on. Where's that Chris shield? There you go. Don't want to waste durability on trash mobs. Oh, that didn't work. Ooh, so that had to hurt. And he's dead. Alright, easy enough. Okay, don't go that way. I don't want to get into a fight with a Titanite demon. Alright, here we are. Let's try not to get killed by these guys before reaching the boss. But there, that little light you see off in the distance, that is the summon sign for Solaire. I could totally summon the guy if I wanted to, and it would be awesome, but I'm not going to. Love you, Solaire, though. You're the best. You're a real bro. Alright, let's take this off, switch over to the Crystal Howard. Now, I've got enough space for... I could put on a helmet. And I'm going to put on this Wanderer... Or do I want the Wanderer hood, or do I want the Dingy hood? Which would be better? Let's see. Let's put on the Wanderer hood and see how that looks. It's not amazing. What about the Dingy hood? Stats are slightly worse. Wait, I didn't put it on. It kind of fits with the look better. It fits the look better though. I think I'll run with this. I'm going more for fashion than stat, the stat stuff. You feel the black eye orb quivering. I will deal with that later. Alright, it's time for the boss. Onward to glory! This is a big haul. That is a big bow. That's a big boy. That's a big hammer. Alright, buddy. Ready to fight and, oh, look, another person. Oh, dear. I gotta fight two guys. Oh, no. Ornstein and Smoke. What up, big boy? I timed that terribly. This is doing fantastic. Okay, I need to get out of this space here. Okay. I missed. Okay. A lot of this is just about keeping an eye on both these guys at the same time. You don't want to get suckered by the big dude with the hammer. Ow. Okay, that guy is swinging surprisingly hard. You need to create me some space. ideal, but I'm not doing a lot of damage. It's not terrible, but it's less than I would hope. Okay. He's doing that weird dash. He's doing that weird glitchy dash. I missed. That's less than ideal. I probably could have taken him down right there, but I'm not gonna risk it. It's a good time to heal. Okay. I don't want to deal with you right now, Smoke. Go away. Oh. Ah! Did I risk it? I'm risking it. There we go. Alright, one's down, Ornstein. Dragon Slayer Ornstein. You look pretty neat, but you're a little squishy for a bigger boss, so you know what? Oh, I did it. Oh, dude. That was disrespectful, dude. Now he's gonna electrify hammer. Oh, this is fantastic. Alright. I guess this is what we're doing now. Ow. Gotta watch out for this one. I don't. Nope. Nope. No charging. No charging, sir. That is a big hammer. How do you swing a thing like that? My attack whip. Didn't jump fast enough. Ah! Missed. Uh-oh. That was way too close. Charging range, I better be prepared. Okay. You gonna do something? You gonna do something fancy? Or are we gonna charge it? Ow! This is way too close. Way too close. Oh no, I'm dead. I do not know how to survive that. Now watch out for those charges. Oh, that's my good. That hitbox is smaller than I thought it would be. Enough with the charges, man. Come on. Ow. Down to 5 blasts. Really gotta watch it. You guys help down to half. We're doing alright. Take those opportunities when I can. Oh! Okay, that's not cool. That attack definitely should have landed. I don't know why I dodged to the side like there. Where are you charging at, sir? You can't charge through a pillar. The fool. I definitely could have closed the distance there for an opportunity. That's not right to the side. Nope, nope, that's not good. No! No thank you, sir. One more. Boom! That is how you first try Ornstein and Smo. And now it's all downhill from here because that, in my opinion, is the best fight in this game. Just a solid fight all around, you know. Great theme, great gameplay, a lot of fun to do. It's a really big moment in the game too, taking on those two. Because sure, you fought duo fights before, like you fought the gargoyles, and then of course you know you had the Capra demon with all the dogs. But that is like peak duo bosses. Mainly because the way it's structured is really well put together. The fact that put this. So you got Ornstein, who's more like speedy. He's got quick moves and everything. And then you got Smo, who's like really big and has like really heavy attacks. But Ornstein only really shoots in straight lines, and Smo is big, but he's easy to predict. They both kind of bounce around each other, because you know if you pay too much attention to Ornstein, then you get flattened by Smo, and if you try to get to Smo, then you end up getting stabbed by Ornstein. It's like they just really work off of each other really well. All right, I'm gonna rest up here. Use these souls because I need blows, and I need extra. More health is good, and more endurance is good because I want to wear heavier armor. Now, if I take off this hood and then switch to this, I think I should. Yeah, I can roll. I can medium roll at least. Now, got this. This is pretty solid. This is pretty good. This build is coming together. The only thing I'm missing is the headpiece. I can't do no level. Yeah, I can't. That's fine. Level ups will come later. Now, onward to glory. That is a big woman.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child.
What's up?
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his horn did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord vessel to thee.
He's been chilling in a room this whole time, waiting for me? Alright. By the power of the Lord vessel, you may now warp between bonfires. We have unlocked fast travel!
And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
Sweet. Well, thanks. Next time with you. Alright. The ability to warp between bonfires. Not all bonfires, but the important ones at the very least. Which is good, because now we can go home, and now we can just go home from here. All you gotta do is click the warp, and there we have our options right now. So we got the Firelink Shrine, which is obvious, that's our main hub area. We got the Sunlight Altar, which is like that little area underneath the dragon. Anor Londo, which is the area by the Firekeeper Lady, Daughter of Chaos, which is where the Spider Lady is. The Depths, which is like that one random room in the depths, so that should be kind of obvious. And of course the Undead Parish, where we met Andre. Gotta love Andre. Those are currently available bonfires. We will unlock more as we progress. But like I said, not all the bonfires are warpable to them. Like there's a handful of bonfires, like say an Undead Burg or some of the ones in Blighttown. I think our only access to Blighttown is the Daughter of Chaos. So we can get to Blighttown, but that's our only means at the moment. Otherwise, we would just have to like take the long way. But hey, at least we got options. Not going to warp. However, I'm not going to warp back just yet for one particular reason, which is you notice when I was approaching the boss fight, I got a notification that said the black eye orb is quivering. That was the item I got off of Anastasia's body when it looked like she had been killed. And the one who killed her left the black eye orb. We need to use the black eye orb to go to the place where we can find the person who killed her. And, as that all implies, bring him to justice. Which means we got to pull off an invasion, which is not something we normally do. I don't think there were any invasions outside of multiplayer. So this will be a different experience. It'll be the first time we actually get to like do an invasion as part of the normal game. It's kind of neat. And now I'm going to prepare for that because it is going to be a tricky fight. And I did not mean to pop. It's not a big deal. Maybe not. More endurance are good. I'm gonna pump it as much. I'm not gonna do a ton of endurance. I just want to get enough endurance to where I can wear the full set, my full intended set, like all the armor pieces, my weapon, and if possible, a shield as well. Annoyingly, I'm only gonna get like a handful of flasks to go into the boss fight with, so. Deal with it. Now, I need to be able to stand in this great hall to use the black light orb. Can I use it here? No, I cannot. I'm gonna have to equip it so I can know how far I need to go. So, I just should be able to stand right. Right here. Searching for the world of the guilty. Invading is a spirit of vengeance. I am vengeance. I guess the one who did it was Lautrec. Of course. Knight Lautrec the guilty. Hey man, I thought we were friends! All right, buddy. You got some answers to give.
Well, look at you. I thought you were wiser. But I thought wrong. Just a terrible pity.
Oh no! Turns out I can parry you. Bad news for you.
What a flame. You fellows, no? Don't you agree?
I don't know why it just goes up there. Oh, there. Bad news for you. That was easy. Sorry, was I your friend? Well, you're gonna need a new friend, because he's dead. Ow. Later. Oh, hey, sorry. I was just doing something. All right. That went way better than I expected. That's been like this entire stream. This whole thing has been going, like everything has been going surprisingly well. I don't know if it's because I've just gotten better. I've just gotten a lot better over the years, or. Mind you, it's been a while since I played this game. Like, I do play a lot of like Elden Ring and the like, so that probably does benefit me somewhat. But I am honestly surprised that I've been able to get through the game as quickly and as well as I have. So, like, this whole run has been a massive success, honestly. With that, we're going to go home. back to Firelink. Oh wait, hang on a second, I forgot something. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Okay. Hey, Seameyer.
Well, fancy meeting you here. You did much for me out of house. I am grateful. You know, I was thinking the gates, the old fortress. Was that your doing?
Well, yes, it was.
Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, and I fought it. This Knight of Catalina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude.
Well, thank you. You're too kind, sir.
There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up above. No worries. Venturing is my life. I'm prepared for the worst.
Gotta love a jolly fellow. Alright. So the main thing, now that I got, so killing Lautrec was not just, you know, getting revenge. I can actually fix something that needs to pull, and he just did. Return the Firekeeper's soul. And there she is! Anastasia lives again! Huzzah!
Thank you.
Oh, she speaks now.
I am Anastasia of Astora. Now I can continue my duty as a keeper. But I only hope that my impure tongue does not offend.
I mean, you're fine. Like, I know you're not much of a conversationalist. I don't really know why you had your tongue taken out, but you're cool. You're swell, you know.
Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue never intended for restoration. Please, if you have any heart, leave me be. I wish not to speak.
Okay, I don't really know what your deal is, but we don't have to have many conversations if you don't want. I don't have Firekeeper soul on me at the moment, so not a big deal. At this stage of the game, it probably would be helpful to get more Firekeeper souls on me, because then the more health I have, the more SS class I'm going to have to consume to get the health out. Bite me in the butt, I'm not careful. Back. Where do you go? Where was this face go? Weird. Hey, other Regis.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe. As always, if you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy. Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, turning undead didn't change a thing.
You know, that's weird, because you seem like such a great
friend.
fellow.
Don't you dare go hollow.
I don't plan to. Wearing the wrong shoe. Oh, he's so weird. So weird looking, buddy. Hey, what's up?
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lord Vessel.
Yeah,
After
it took
1,000 years.
It's got a headache, too.
It is you. It is really you.
Yeah, it's me. What are you, vomiting? Okay, chill out, bro.
Forgive me. I really should calm down.
Yeah.
Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
Be still for what? What are you doing? Wait, I need to read this. Our man bet a bit better. That was very unpleasant.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
Okay. Man, you do not look... You look... Why do you look like that? Seriously. So bizarre looking. Okay. Place Lord Vessel. Wait. That's the Lord Vessel? You mean I was just carrying that around in my pocket? That thing is huge. Okay. We placed it. Well what? Okay, it's doing something. Bye-bye! So shiny! Too shiny! Okay, golden light is disappearing. That looks like Anor Londo. I should be paying attention to this, shouldn't I? That place does not look pleasant at all. Okay. So, fun fact, those of you who are not aware, those areas are like the end game areas you need to get to. It's like to fight the major bosses. And what's funny is those golden light is essentially the game's way of keeping you from going to those areas before you're supposed to. If you do try to go to those areas, you're gonna see those like golden curtain of light, and they'll say that it's like sealed by the Great Lord's power. There have been a lot of hilarious stories about people going all the way into those areas without realizing it, and being stopped by those golden doorways, and just like, how should I put this? Putting a lot of effort to get to an area they're not even supposed to be in. I mean, we're supposed to be able to reach yet. So you can imagine the frustration there. But you know. All right, we got it. What's next?
Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
You're gonna have to eat me again, aren't you? Okay. Give me one breath. There's gotta be a better mode of travel. Okay, well, we got our mission, I guess. We gotta go find the 4 Lord Souls. Witch of Izalith, Grave Lord Nito, 4 Kings, and Seath, I think it was called. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, I haven't forgot about you. You sicko. Deal with you later. So. Now, I know the path forward. I'm probably going to start with Nito. And there's a very important reason for that. First and foremost being, getting to Nito requires me to go through the area that I need a divine weapon for. And I need a divine weapon to reach the weapon that I intend to make my main weapon. It's in the catacombs, which is past the little past the little graveyard, as we saw earlier. However, to do that, as stated previously, I need a divine weapon. I do not have a divine weapon because while I have the divine ember, which I need to make said divine weapon, I do not have the materials to make said divine weapon. Thankfully, I know where to get it. There's one issue with it. To get it, I need to get to Blighttown. Not only that, I need to farm certain enemies that can be found in Blighttown only. So that is essentially the grind I was concerned about skipping today, because I really didn't want to make a major thing about grinding. I'm gonna head that way anyway. I'm gonna ask myself a very simple question: do I want to do a whole stream where I basically grind material mining, which could be fine for some people, or maybe super annoying for others, or do I do the grind off screen? I'm not entirely sure how I'd feel about doing that, if I'm being frank. Literally anything could happen while I'm off stream. And I'm the kind of person that would prefer to like stay true to, the proper processes and the proper procedures and all this. So I would prefer not to like. What's the word I'm looking for? I would rather not give off the impression that I would do any sort of like unsavory practices when I'm off screen. I have no intention of doing those things, which I'm sure many of people would not know me, don't know me well enough to know that for sure. The point is, I would rather, whatever gameplay I get in this game, I would rather do on stream. Trouble is, I'm not sure how I feel about doing a whole grinding session. That might be boring for some people. It'd probably be boring for me too. So, I'm not sure. Probably it probably isn't a big deal. I'm definitely gonna get poisoned, but it's not a big deal. Poison is really not that much of a concern in this area. I'll tell you what though, I will do at least one run of the enemies, one run of your stand, just to show what the grind would look like. Because I think I'm gonna call it here in a bit. I've done quite a bit, but there's still quite a lot to go through for this, so. So, there are these little green pretty things. They are the creatures I need to deal with. Thankfully, I got like at least 2 liquid humanities, and I've got I got the gold serpent ring, which will aid with item discovery. So, Lord be willing, I won't have to do a whole lot of grinding to get the items I'm looking for. But just in case it wasn't obvious, this is the grind. It's taking out these things. Why these things specifically? Well, for some reason they decided these creatures will be the things you have to fight to get upgrade materials from. Specifically, large Titanite and green Titanite. Oh, hey, Sigmar. What are you doing here? Snoozing, apparently.
Oh ho! Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see,
Clearly.
I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back.
How'd you walk
by
yourself
my
into that
knighthood,
one?
I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
Beer shield. Well, thank you.
Our fates do seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
Well, you never really know these days.
The poison swamp, like quicksand in there.
Yeah, it's not too bad if you know where no items to look for. I don't know what makes the audio glitch like that. But... All right, we still got some slugs to kill. No dice yet. Good news is there are a lot of them, so even if I don't get a lot, then it doesn't take too much. And look, thankfully it looks like the poison is very weak. Well, I'm barely taking any damage. Mind you, I do have a fair amount of health, so that's definitely helping. What's this? Large tiny shard. Okay, well that helps. We're definitely gonna need those. And it looks like we got some large titanite shard. That's good. I don't know. I think I need at least 10-ish. Good thing these things are really easy to kill, so especially at this stage of the game. Good. More items, more dice. That's a weapon I don't need. Green Titanite, and we get 5 off the bat. That is fantastic. So already we're doing pretty decently. We got 3 large Titanites. That's good. Alright, I'm gonna complete this quick run, and then I'm going to take these guys out. Oh darn. Alright, that's good. Not half bad luck for a single run. I've had runs where I got nothing. And that's where it really becomes a grind. Double kill! Love it. Love to see it. Another green titanite shard. Alright! So that was pretty good. But that's essentially what a general grind looks like. And it's just to get things like the large titanite shards for upgrading things all the way from 5 to 10, and the green titanite shards, which are good for upgrading weapons to either. It's good for multiple upgrade paths. So it's like if you want to upgrade to fire damage, magic damage, or in the case I'm looking for, I need divine magic. I need divine upgrade path, which requires green titanite shard. But that's the grind. Not a terrible one. It went pretty well. I've already got a good amount of upgrade materials from that one run. I just need like 6 or so more for the large titanite shards, and I need only a handful, 4 more for the green titanite shards, which they drop 5 right off the bat. So that's already great. That's already fantastic. I got a titanite slab for the max upgrade. I'm not gonna need titanite chunks for a bit, so I'm not concerned about that. There is a grind spot for titanite chunks, and that can be pretty annoying, but I don't have to worry about that for the time being. So I don't know if I will do grinding off stream. So I might end up just doing it, especially if the runs go very well. It's just so I don't end up doing some stuff off screen and end up doing way more than I should. And then I have to sit there going like, well, I did this, and I did this. And all that. I'm trying to keep myself honest here, you know. But with that, I'm just going to leave it here. We made it all the way through Sens Fortress. We beat Anor Londo. We're going to have to go back to Anor Londo because there's one of the paths to one of the Lord Souls that we need to get is in Anor Londo, so we are going to have to make the return trip there. Also, there are like 2 other bosses in Anor Londo we skipped because they're purely optional. I'm gonna do them because I'm gonna tackle all the bosses in Dark Souls. Dark Souls obviously is very different from Demon Souls. Demon Souls, you have to fight every single boss in that game, whereas in Dark Souls, there's like a handful of bosses you have to fight, and then there's a bunch of other bosses that are there that you can, but you really do not have to. Like, just to give an example, I fought the Moonlight Butterfly, which you don't have to fight the Moonlight Butterfly. It's literally just off to the side. The only reason you would have to fight the Moonlight Butterfly is if you want to go the Divine Weapon route, which obviously I did. And then, of course, technically, the Taurus Demon and the Cabra Demon are optional if you have the Master Key, because using the Master Key will unlock shortcuts to the areas you need to get to. Like, the only real mandatory bosses are, like, the bosses that defend the Bells of Awakening. So you got the Bell Gargoyles, those are mandatory. You got Chaos Witch Quelagg, that's a mandatory boss fight. You gotta fight the Iron Golem. You gotta fight the Asylum Demon just to get out of the Asylum, obviously. Ornstein and Snow are required, because you gotta get the Lord Vessel. And now, all the 4 Lord Souls are required. And getting to them does require getting through certain bosses. Which will vary as we go through them. And you'll see them as we go. And as I've been getting into the DLC, which is the whole thing. But we made quite a bit of progress today, which is fantastic. Hopefully, I'll get back to doing more of these live streams more often than not. As mentioned, I took some time off because I was having to do some moving and work and all that, and I got lazy. And this is just the general excuse. It's not one I tend to use a lot, but hopefully this will happen. And probably going to be doing more evening streams than noon streams, mainly because my schedule currently has me working mostly mornings now. So I'm going to shoot for doing more of this in the evening. I might still do certain streams in around noonish if I have time, like specifically on days like where either if it's my day off or I'm working an evening shift. That might be how it goes, but we'll see. Stuff is still shifting around, and I still have a job to do, so there's no guarantees on certain days. But I will try to be more consistent with it. I still will try to be doing more streams than just like one stream a week, if at best. We're going to try and shoot for at least multiple streams a week. But we'll see. Lord be willing, we'll be able to do it. And hopefully, I'll definitely be more motivated to do it more often now that I've gotten this far in the game, and there's still a lot to do, but I've making progress. We're getting there. We're getting through it. So, looking forward to it. Hope you're looking forward to it too. Thank you to the people that sat in for this live stream. I really appreciate it. Hope you come back for the next one. And hopefully we get more views down the road. And we'll just have we'll have fun together. With all that being said, this has been Matt, Casual Green Gamer, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.